the last time, Arpit, you and I spoke properly was when you were with Headstart. And that was a long time ago. I think in between.
As a volunteer, yes. Yeah.
Yes,
It was
We've
really
had,
long time back.
yeah, we've had conversations in between, but not really, extended ones. I wanted to start with really, what was it that, you're an engineer, you've been very involved with the startup ecosystem. You were one of the first people to sort of actually help in building the ecosystem that we see here in India today. Where did the crossover to venture capital happen? How did that happen?
So, Sindha, you know my journey, but let me, for the benefit of the audience, give a little background. I graduated from NIT Trichy and landed in Bangalore as my first job. During that time, no one had heard about startups and ecosystem and technology and industry, and a lot of waves that we have currently, that are established today were being created. Like, for example, the first of the e-commerce was coming live in India. First of the cab companies had not been launched in the world. Uber came later, and so many different things happened after this. Indian ecosystem also, if you remember, we did an event called BarCamp Bangalore in 2006 December, and the entire ecosystem of Bangalore, or actually I think the country, could be fit inside a single room of about 150 people. And that was all it there was. And a few of us were lucky to have suddenly somehow serendipitously gotten into the group and were able to make some contribution to it, which eventually led to creation of Headstart, which has made a fantastic contribution to the country. Today, Headstart is the largest startup community. I'm not active with Headstart anymore, but I was active for the first 5 years between 2007 and maybe 12-13. What ended up happening with Headstart was that I got a great grounding in two things. I think if I reflect back, one, you made a lot of friends as entrepreneurs. And you got to learn a lot about entrepreneurship and the excitement that entrepreneurship is about. Eventually, I became an entrepreneur as well, as you know. That happened much later. But the second thing that happened was you were constantly challenging yourself as to what is a good thing or a bad thing, and what is a good entrepreneur versus a bad entrepreneur. And, for example, I would do a startup Saturday, let's say in Delhi or Pune or Mumbai, and you would meet someone in a month of, let's say, March. And in June, you meet them again. And you had made a judgment about that person in March. Obviously, no, that one didn't have any value, only to yourself. In June, you corrected it, positive or negative. And then that allowed you to see what kind of people become good entrepreneurs, and you can then track them over years. I think the first of the ability to pick started with Headstart. I also landed in IIT Bombay, as you know, which is when we also met and did BarCamp Mumbai and Headstart Mumbai. I got into the technology commercialization ecosystem, IIT Bombay. Sign is an incubator which is very famous and very large. Those days it had just been started about 5-6 years back then. And I got engaged with those companies there. They were very early companies. For the first, the three companies which became eventually very large and popular are IdeaForge, Sedimac and Gupshup. Which are very large companies now and very, forthcoming and very leader in their own sectors. But then at that point of time, they were just fledgling and just beginning to get created. So the idea that research can create new business models took shape in me, took root in me at that point of time. I also started up Academic Ventures as a commercialization venture, which is helping institutes and their technology to come to life, and maybe through new venture creation or through licensing, trying to get more technology in hands of average people like me. A lot of it is public funded research. So that was 2010, and in 2012, when it was not working quite well, I chose to go back into employment, and I was with part of Times Internet's venture arm called T Labs. And in 2014, I joined Blume. So the journey was actually not forced. I was reflecting on my journey to a friend recently, and I told him that I don't think I planned my career. I was only following my heart. And maybe it's privilege, maybe it is serendipity, or I'm not sure how exactly this panned out. But I landed in a very, very good place, something that I truly enjoy, the kind of content of work, the interaction with the founders, the ability to create future together is a privilege. And I'm very happy to be part of this at the front and center of it. I also continue to lead Deeptech, which has been nation building activity in many cases, which is again a privilege. And there was no plan for it. Even 10 years back, when people were asking what is deep tech, even 5 years back, people didn't believe you can make money in deep tech. Today, every venture capital fund and Indian government is talking only about deep tech. So you stand to get validated. So it feels great that you didn't have to change anything, just kept pursuing what felt natural, and the world eventually became consensus around what are your passions.
So how did the early years influence the way you think about risk and experimentation today?
Good question. Thank you for asking. I often keep thinking about what makes me a better investor as compared to everyone else, possibly. Of course, I have not proven much. And a lot more remains to be proven. But I think one important thing is that in early years, you realize the struggle that entrepreneurship is. There's actually a poem that was written by Ben Horowitz called The Struggle. I would like you to put a link here in your podcast. It is a fantastic reflection of how entrepreneurship life is. And I could see, this is like nothing else. One, it is full of extreme amount of struggle. People who struggle can only come out on top when they have a very strong personal reason around it, or they are extremely motivated because of that personal reason. That's one. Second, they get supported by a community of people like Headstart managed to create, and Blume also tried to create. Three, they also are fully aware that it is a probabilistic outcome. Nothing that they will do or not do will make or break their life in a great manner, but it is a long series of efforts that they will need to do to be able to get there. Even so, even after 5, 7, 8 years of entrepreneurship journey, even after you have raised a bunch of capital and you can called as quasi-successful, semi-successful, people are already writing stories about you. Even then, that it is nervousness all around, because so much can still go wrong. And nervousness is a residue of the entrepreneurial relationship. I think I was asking the right question, possibly self-aware, and was exposed to a lot of early entrepreneurs that allowed me this grounding of what entrepreneurship is. And honestly, yes, of course, I monetize my understanding of entrepreneurship and my passion for it as a VC. But the key part about my life is the privilege of working with the entrepreneurs, of supporting entrepreneurship as much as I can. My challenge, unfortunately, is that I get too busy. I don't get enough time to engage with entrepreneurs outside of the limited set of portfolio and maybe limited set of pipeline that I'm engaging with.
What was your first year like at Blume Ventures?
It is bizarre. It was a bizarre place to be. I don't wish anyone to be there again ever. This is March 2014 and I had joined Blume. I was the 6th person full-time at Blume. And I was the only person not in Mumbai. And this is the days of no Zoom call, no video call, internet was rudimentary. I would listen to our conversations on phone calls, multi-party calls, which are all people sitting around a table. And I'm the only one listening from far distance. It gave me headaches, to say the least. Two, we didn't have an office. So I was working out of a friend's office. Sharing, first of all, for first year, not even paying rent for it. Later, I told him that he had to take something. He didn't care so much about it. And thank you for that. His name is Vishal Chandra. Then no one knew Blume in Delhi so much. Of course, some of them knew me because of T Labs and Headstart. But it slowly became better known for Blume and became Blume. So first year also, this was the year when Fund 1 had run out of the corpus and we were not investing. So first year was no investment. And of course, people kept referring deals to me and I kept looking at them. So the first of a deal happened 1 year later. During this time, I was doing the first of business BD relationships. We call this market networks now. Marketing, we have the 2-member team in marketing alone today. First of the PR activity, engaging with a lot of journalist friends who continue to be friends like you today. And so many, I was organizing Blume Day. Whatever that was required, I was doing it pretty much like a startup employee and not really sure as to how this is going to pan out. Thankfully, it has panned out quite well.
Yeah.
If I had not, I don't know how to, if that would be as romantic as it sounds today.
Let's talk about Blume a little bit.
Yeah.
You said, I think in an interview or maybe on social media, that Blume acts before consensus forms.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, how do you personally, as an investor, stay comfortable with uncertainty?
I think one thing which is very differentiated about my firm is that we have never waited for market to have a view about a problem. before we make an investment, we make a decision. There could be multiple reasons for it. You can call us foolish because, of course, we have made decisions which have not panned out very well. You could also call us contrarian, and you can call us, people who don't like to listen to the market and feedback. So contrarian has two views. You can have contrarian as a winning strategy and contrarian for the sake of that also. So whatever is the case, but I think the one thing that defines Blume is conviction, being able to have conviction on our own belief. And that comes from our own understanding of the market, which is India, and ability to understand entrepreneurship better than anyone else in the world. This, I think, is a key defining characteristic. Of course, we also excel at helping entrepreneurs and giving them guidance over a long period of time, which is where we earn our stripes of becoming better entrepreneurs. But at the core of picking, we almost have never waited for market consensus to emerge, and it has its pros and cons. The problem with consensus, no consensus, is that follow-on rounds become harder. If it is a consensus-driven business, you will probably have people believing in it, and you'll know what you need to do to get the follow-on round happen. So in many cases, especially Deeptech, which I do a lot, there was almost no consensus in many companies. And so you are living a life of relatively oblivion at times, sometimes ridicule, sometimes people cannot make sense of it until you're proven right. And when you're proven right, everyone says this was a brilliant strategy. But yeah, you have to live through 4 or 5 years of pain. So be willing to live 4 or 5 years of pain and be willing to live for your conviction is something that my firm has allowed me to do. And in general, we do quite well.
So for you, Deeptech is currently a big focus. I mean, it has been a focus area for a while. Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, what makes a Deeptech bet different from other venture bets?
There are two major differences. One is that there is going to be a longer gestation cycle. So typically in a consumer internet business, you can start seeing revenue in 6 to 12 months of starting. In Deeptech, revenue could be 6 to 10 years after starting. So you have to be willing to put in a lot more time to it and hence put a lot more patience. The second thing is, it is even till our stage or even later, it continues to be a tech first bet. Therefore, your understanding of two things. One, that broad technology area, you may not be developing it, but broader technology. And secondly, the uncertainty that technology delivers as always a challenge. As a challenge becomes hard. So most people who are unable to take deep tech bets today are falling into either one, they don't see the hockey stick for a long time. And secondly, they are not able to wrap their mind around whether tech will deliver or not. Because tech is experimentative. It is prone to failure. That's the whole nature of it. It may or may not work according to your timelines. Like for example, we invested in ethereal machines back in 2018. And the founders in their best guess were saying we will be able to deliver the machine next year. But it took them 4 years after to be able to deliver a machine. And as an investor, it is very important for me to keep giving them and not give them too much grief and keep supporting wherever possible, so that eventually they become successful. And today they are darling of the market, but it is not an overnight success. It took them a decade to get here.
Do you believe that India is ready for a deep tech breakout now? And why?
See, people want to feel great about various different sectors and themes, and saying, okay, we have because it allows them to feel nationalistic about it. Right? So saying we have cool technology, we have space startups, we have the cool precision machine tools, we have autonomous mobile robots, and you have whatnot. Well, we are far behind than the best in the world. Right? It is far behind what maybe a US or a China can produce on a daily basis. It takes a long time. Our ecosystem is very weak. Our ability to convert academic research into commercialized technology is very hard, very small. We have some centers of excellence like IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, etc., but there are not too many. We probably need to scale each of them 10x, and maybe then we'll have a chance of being called world class. So we are far from reality, right? The fact is, India is still many years behind the best in the world, to say the least. Having said that, there is quite a few good amount of technology and commercialization happening. Good companies are coming out. My job is to not worry about what is the effect of this on an aggregate basis. My job is to know one company that is doing good job, and can I make the investment in that one company? So in that sense, I'm helping build the nation, but I'm not really improving the numbers here, because I can only take 1, 2, 3, 4 bets in a year. So it's not too much. And that is enough that is happening. The other thing which is ready, however, are two different things. One is there's a significant amount of government push in various different sectors: green hydrogen, electric vehicles, quantum computing, AI, and semiconductors and drones. Government is everywhere. So there is a significant amount of push and acceleration given by the government, its policies, sometimes grant money to various entrepreneurs. That's very positive. Second, slowly we are also solving for supply chain of capital, where a Series A, Series B, Series C is visible. It is still not happening as much as I would like, is visible in deep tech founders. So that's in early days, but unless that is really solved, we aren't really experiencing a lot of acceleration of such companies. So to say the least, I think if I could summarize, we have a chance of becoming a deep tech superpower, but whatever deep tech successes we have had so far are in spite of the system.
So within Arpit, deep tech, emerging deep tech subsectors, which ones excite you the most right now? Not because they're overhyped or hyped, but because they feel kind of inevitable. And can you illustrate?
I think
maybe.
Yeah, so I'll tell you. So I write about this every year. In December last year, I picked 3 sectors. One is defense, second is green hydrogen, and third is broader drone industry, which includes services and hardware. And those seem to be in the right place. Today in India, the defense sector is getting such a big push by the government that it is inevitable that there will be a lot of defense unicorns 5 years from now. It is going to happen for sure, because some of the companies are creating cutting edge technology. We've invested in a company called Optimize. We may be looking at some other companies. In hydrogen or green hydrogen as a solution to climate change is another big case in point. Technologies are ready. A lot of work is happening in India, and India itself is a large enough market for electrolyzers and green hydrogen. It is bound to happen. And in drone technology, the technology has come of age, where people are not being obsessed about hardware and physical properties of a drone, but actually delivering services which makes commercial sense. The moment a large market starts seeing commercial sense and adopting a new technology like drone, like for example, last mile logistics. We met a company which is proving last mile logistics to be positive than the existing methods. That is fantastic and can really change the game. Agricultural drones have already proven that. There's a lot of scale available in that. And in last mile logistics, it will become very large. Apart from everything that happens in defense, there is so much use case of defense, drone, counter drone, and so on, which I anyway counted more in defense and generally commercial drones out here. These are 3 which is catching my eye. Quantum computing could be a theme for 2026. It is emerging. Government is pushing. Some entrepreneurs are emerging here. Nuclear technology, both fusion and fission and multiple different forms of it, could also be interesting maybe 2 years from now. And semiconductor is exciting. However, in our experience, we haven't seen a lot of value being created in semiconductor because of simply lack of ecosystem out here. But it could change with these 2 fabs coming up. We see a lot of opportunity in electronics manufacturing. We also invested in a company called I Do Devices, which is in that theme. Less deep tech, but more business model innovation.
Okay, last question. What's the one thing you hope your founders would say about you when you're not in the room?
Take money from Arpit. That's the only thing that matters at this point of time. So he will do right by you, and you will be taken care of if you take money from him. I think a lot of them still say it, but I'm hoping more of them say it tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Arpit.
Yes,
that
thank
was
you,
great, actually.
Lovely. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.